Man, I'm just up thinking about how this whole conversion has been for me, this experience with networking with people in the Oklahoma City area. And it has really, really felt like I've been pulling teeth, like I can't lie. And I was up this morning smoking one, drinking some coffee, man, and I was just thinking on how challenging it has been. It's been very challenging just to try to network with my own people. And I wonder sometimes, what is it, and I have to really sit back and think like, man, and then it just hit me this morning that, sometimes people can get intimidated by your drive, by your enthusiasm for what you believe in, and by you being bold about it and saying, hey, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And some people ain't used to seeing someone, some people about image. I've been there though. I think in order for us to transcend to really uplifting our people, we had to come from an unsavory background. You know, Malcolm X was coming from the streets. He was pimping. You got people that did great things that came from rough situations because they experienced it, they seen it. So it ain't like you can pull no wool out, bro. I've been on both sides of the fence. And that's me, bro. I mean, I was raised in the streets. I did 10 years incarcerated. I got out, I did 10 years on the job, but then started my own independent business. Like, I had to learn the things the hard way. And I don't have any problem with giving free game, helping. But when it comes to business, that's when I charge because it takes money. It costs money. I mean, business isn't free. When I did the crime, I had to do the time. That was part of the business. You know what I mean? I couldn't, regardless of me want to throw a fit, I couldn't change that situation. You know what I mean? So sometimes I just think that people get intimidated by your drive, and you shouldn't let it. You shouldn't let it discourage you by what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing because you're gonna find people who will recognize it and say, "Hey, I like what you're doing." And I just wanted to say that because that owner that I met um, at Marriage Swap Meet, Devin, this guy, man, I met him as soon as I came up here. I was just, getting out. I seen people gathering up at this spot. I'm like, man, what's going on here? Let me see what they doing. Met him, gave him my card. We started communicating ever since then. And hey, he gave me an opportunity. And from the get go, he was like, man, I want to do something like that, but I need someone to, give me an opportunity, not just think there's just some junk over here, you know what I mean? And the way I look at it is, how they say one man's trash is the next man's treasure. I understand the hustle, you know what I mean? And sometimes you have to network with people that see the hustle, see the future, see the vision, you know what I mean? So I have to salute to that gentleman, man, for giving me the opportunity to place my container conversion there. So, I really believe things is going to go uphill from here. We're going to be selling merch. We're going to be doing welding sessions. We're going to be displaying what we do independently with the containers. And, a lot of people already got units or get units on that property around here. So a lot of the conversions I'm figuring are going to be from people that already bought their stuff. And I'm going putting doors, windows, staircases, whatever they want. You know what I mean? So we're just going to network, man, and keep the options open. But I will say this. You don't know how people are until you actually experience them. And I had to sound like that, man, because I had a situation, man, with this lady. And I swear, what I mean, I would have thought that the situation was better, but you don't know until you reach a situation, you know what I mean? And you wouldn't, man, I can't make this up, man. I swear, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't vote for either side. Like I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for Biden. I got my personal reasons. I stepped out. That ain't on me. The country gonna do what they gonna do regardless. But I swear, This lady started treating me so different once Biden won the election, and then it was still up in the air for a minute. So I started seeing a different. I'm like, nah, surely not. Man, the day it was finalized, y'all, I cannot make this up. The day it was finalized, I woke up to a text message asking me when was I going to move my container from the property. And I'm like, I thought we already discussed this. We've been discussed this. I told you the date, And I was like, why would this lady do that? Some people reveal who they are under pressure, under situations. I don't know. I have my speculations, but I will tell you this. You don't see evil until you see evil. Evil might be a smile, a kind face. You know how they say in the Bible it says the enemy will greet you with a kiss. Don't get all caught up with how people look at you and greet you sometime, because when they have an interior motive, or when they feel a certain way about you or your kind, or a certain way about something, they're going to let it out, So don't let looks deceive you. Don't get caught up. Always, listen, self-preservation. Always self-preservation. You do good to people, but make sure you safe. Make sure you good at all times. Because people will put you in a bind or put you in a situation where you're back against the wall and you might have to make a decision. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to say this. Self-preservation. Make sure you're good. Treat people right. You know what I mean? One thing I know about God and about goodness, karma. You do right, it always come back. And when people try to do that, certain things that come back their way, and they'll wonder why I'm going through these health issues, why I got this going on, I wonder. Sometimes it's karma. But I appreciate all those, man, that have been checking in with me. Like I said this morning, I'm just up, smoke one, drinking some coffee, thinking about my day, y'all. It has been a day. It has been a time with this container. Like, I cannot make this up, man. It has been critical, you know what I mean? Like, stressful. But I'm glad it's over. I'm glad I'm on to the next stage. So we about to keep getting a hog on, but I had to vent with y'all and just let y'all know, man, I witnessed evil on a different standpoint that I didn't think it existed like that. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was like that, but sometimes when you do good, evil is still present. Hog on.